The Bible says in the book of Matthew, "The poor you will always have with you," and the homeless seemingly as well. Beggars are mentioned in Homer's writings, and large portions of the population in ancient Rome were transient and often homeless. In the United States, natural disasters like the 1900 hurricane in Galveston, the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, or the Dust Bowl can create large numbers of homeless. But most often it's the fickle nature of the economy or bad personal decisions that land many of our neighbors on the street. We didn't even call them homeless until the 1980s. During the Great Depression, words like hobo, tramp, or even bum came into use. Homeless tent cities were called hobo jungles or Hoovervilles after former President Herbert Hoover. The stock market crash happened in 1929, and by 1933, over 1 million Americans were homeless. That is nearly twice the number who are without shelter today, about 550,000. That same year, the first of the New Deal programs were launched by President Roosevelt as a systematic attempt to tackle poverty and homelessness. Homeless veterans were called vagabonds after the Revolutionary War, and many of the homeless in the Great Depression were World War I vets. After World War II, the GI Bill of Rights helped returning soldiers avoid the pitfalls of the post-war recession. But we now understand that every conflict leaves many unable to cope with the ups and downs of daily life. In the decades since, drugs, war, and periodic economic upheavals have helped create a permanent economic and often homeless underclass. And so, we continue the fight to find shelter, treatment, and ultimately a new life for our neighbors who have not only fallen through the cracks but seemingly live there. Until that helping hand reaches them and pulls them up, they will remain the invisible.